Welcome back to the Citizen channel. Hope you're all staying safe and well. And our regular look at the City Digital magazine. Yeah, if you go onto the City site, manchestercity.com, manchestercity.co.uk, whichever it is, and check this out. This is the March 22 edition, so I'm recording this on the 17th of February. It's always like they do with the proper magazines on the shelves. They don't date them too soon. They always date them a little bit ahead, but didn't really need to do this with a digital magazine. I'm not too sure. It looked a lot bigger this month, guys. Yeah, I've just checked it out. It looks a lot better. So let's have a quick look at what's in that anyway. Please, if you are new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the notification. Always little vlogs are coming out. City past, present, and forever, of course. Match reviews, match previews, these information vlogs, history vlogs, everything on there. And of course, I do a little film and TV channel as well. So if you're any interested in that, please have a look at that. I try and inform and entertain in my own little way on that as well. So all your support is much welcome. If you can pass the word, give us a thumbs up for this as well, guys. It's great to get messages and comments, etc., and thumbs up as well. So if you don't have time for a comment, just leave us a thumbs up. Only takes a split second, and it is very much appreciated. Right, we have a determined Laporte on the digital cover this month. His 5th year anniversary. It doesn't seem that long. It doesn't seem as though he's been with us 5 years. Obviously, he signed in a January transfer window, didn't he? It's entitled The Rock, this little article. So perhaps that's, have we called him The Rock before? Not particularly. Might be a new idea if City are trying to get to catch on. He shares his thoughts, of course, on the rest of the season, and a couple of songs we sing. All right, not as perhaps as loud as some of the other songs we sing, but we do sing them. Perhaps he needs to catch on a little bit more, but he's dead chuffed when he hears the songs being sung anyway. The month ahead, of course, Mr. Andy Morrison is back. He predicts obviously the results for the upcoming games. Last month he got just one score wrong, which obviously I did tell him about at the time, and he predicted a 4-1 against Fulham. So well done. I actually did that as well to my lad on the morning of the game, but I don't have it in writing. I don't have any proof of that, but that's how it is. And this month, of course, he looks forward to Spurs at home, Everton, Peterborough, United, Lisbon, Palace, Brighton. And he predicts all wins but one draw. I'll let you decide what the draw is, but again, I disagree with him. Perhaps I'm too optimistic these days, but come on, Andy. Yeah, shocking one you put down as a draw there. I'm not having it this season. Sorry, it's just not going to happen. A piece on the EDS defender Egan Riley, who's obviously on the verge of the first team as well, been on the bench a few times, hasn't he? And Nick Cushing, piece on Nick Cushing from Platt Lane to Portland. Obviously, it features Cushing, the ex-women's team manager, of course, and now assistant coach at New York City FC, are doing really well. So it talks about what he did in his past and present, and what he's up to now over there in America, and his journey into coaching, including this set position, how it's going over there. Good luck to him. The list this week features goal celebrations, so obviously different types of goal celebrations. You've got the Laportes, the tectonic, of course, is it? I'm not a big fan of celebrations. Just celebrate. Just put your hands up and just do a sort of Mick Shannon, or just put your hand up in notification. I'm not into all these silly dances and stuff. I think it's pathetic, to be honest with you. So certainly at the lower leagues as well, when you see the lower league players doing it. No disrespect to them, but come on, guys. And of course, Laporte's the tectonic, and of course, Bernardo Corradi. Remember him, the Knighting, and more, much more. So if you like your celebrations, I did flick through it. It was okay. Thrown in at the deep end has Esme Morgan under the spotlight, and she was a die-hard City fan as a kid as well. So it's always great to see City fans getting the dream come true and playing for the team, whether men or women. It's all the same, isn't it? They all have the same dreams. And City's women's record goal scorer Georgia Stanway does a Q&A, so that's nice to see. Ryan Clayton, I used to watch Coronation Street many years ago. I did stop watching. I just got a bit bored with it, to be honest, with the poor acting, etc., and the poor storylines. And Ryan Clayton, I think I watched episodes with him, and he obviously was a bad boy, wasn't he? A bad boy in Coronation Street. He's a big City fan, of course, and he chatted about his support of our great club. And look out for him in Waterloo Road. Yeah, I do like Waterloo Road. That's coming back on TV. He's going to be in that as a copper, apparently. So look out for that. John Stones Q&A in 90 seconds. It's cheat meal, so the meal he shouldn't have, but he does have, and who can blame him? I mean, he's a Yorkshire lad after all, isn't he? Fish and chips. What more can you say? Chips done in lard as well, eh? That'd be even better. I don't think he says that though. And the regular feature on the Fantasy Premier League, I say nothing. Not probably the only article in this that I have no real interest in. It doesn't really. I did it once and I got bored after about 3 months of it. Looks at the dream team featuring the highest scoring City players, of course, from Edison to Mahrez. So if you enjoy that Fantasy Premier League feature, that's a regular on this digital magazine. Michael Brown chats about the demands put on a squad when you're playing 60 plus games a season, as City do on a regular basis now. He actually himself played over 60 in a successful Sheffield United season back in the day when they were reaching cup finals, etc. The best 11 is put together. Yeah, I've not heard this guy for a while. Max George, of course, from boy band The Wanted. Obviously, we've not heard from The Wanted for a while. They might still be around. They might be doing tributes. Not tributes. Retro tours, whatever they're called. But obviously, his starting 11 goals from Joe Hart to Colin Bell only being on the bench as a sub. Must be a good 11 if we haven't got Colin Bell in it. Max, I mean, very odd, but there you go. You'll have a look at his 11 anyway. Ben Wilkinson shares his thoughts on his academy team and how they're doing. And Mark Riley's Mixed Grill features a Q&A with Wayne Jones. Yes, not someone I was trying to think who's Wayne Jones. A personal chef, apparently, to City players. And of course, a City fan, there's no guarantee that these guys who work for City and things like personal chefs are City fans, but it's always nice when one is, and he is a City fan, and he cried when we got relegated at Stoke that time. I'd more or less give up on that. It didn't bother me as such, because I'd more or less given up on it anyway, so when we got relegated, it was no surprise, but I was obviously upset, but whether I shed a tear at that one, I'm not 100% sure, guys. I've certainly shed a tear at other ones, that's for sure. And Kevin Cummins reminisces about the FA Cup, and particularly that 81 FA Cup run, which myself, I went to a lot of the games for that one as well, personally, but he reminisces about the 1981 FA Cup, and obviously the comparisons obviously going to Peterborough in round 5, which we did back in 1981, of course. And to finish, singing the blues, it's the Kinky Wonderwall story. So the story of how a guy called Simon Moorhead penned this song and gave it out to City fans as flyers on Boxing Day 1995. Blackburn away. No, I wasn't at that one, unfortunately. And obviously how the song sort of caught on for a little while. It didn't stay along because Mr. Ball didn't stay along, did he? But just an interesting little piece. All good again. I enjoyed this March one. I thought it was very, very good. My highlights probably of this March magazine, which I said felt a bit longer. It took me a bit longer to read through it, so it took me probably 10 or 15 minutes to read through this one. The highlights probably Kevin Cummins' piece, and of course the John Stones. Everyone needs John Stones in the middle Q&A, of course. So there you go. I hope you enjoy that. Just log on to the City website. And depending when obviously it was made available on about the 16th of February. So depending when you're watching this and when you're logging onto the City site, it may be further down the list on the City News. But if you look for City Men and stuff like City News, and then just pan through the pages, I'm not sure there's a search option. I'll have to check that for next time. You can just search for it. But then obviously you've got the other magazines, some great reads, back reads as well. So make sure you do that. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. What are you going to do the rest of the day? Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More important, let's all look after each other. To me here again on the Citizen channel. I only ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.